Be old, be young, be a different color. Wear everything you need to be you. These are good pictures, I'll slow down though. Speak your language, learn in your own way. Be proud of where you're from. Be your own family. Just be who you are. Be silly. Be brave. Dance, learn, play, live, discover. Share your feelings. Happy, mad, sad, silly, scared, proud. Just be who you are. Try new things. Be confident. Stand up for yourself. No. That's right, the mouth. No. You are not going to eat me today. Be energetic. Be peaceful. Who knows yoga? What's this? Downward dog. Didn't get past you guys. Be the best you can be. Just be who you are. It doesn't matter what color you are, where you're from, or who's in your family. Everyone needs to be loved. Always love yourself and be who you are. The end. Love, Todd. I love that story. Todd Parr has written, I don't know, probably 20 books, and they're very similar, very, simple drawings, but yeah, just so amazing. I love these books. I've got another one that I'll read a little bit later. One thing I wanted to say about story time. I was asked today, why do you dress in drag and why do you read stories for kids? And at first the message kind of stumbled around, and I finally realized that for people, sometimes we don't know where we fit in. We feel like we're the only person who feels the way we feel or looks the way we look or whatever. Sometimes we don't fit in, we don't feel like we fit in anywhere. And with a book, we can start to find those people, those places where we belong. And if I can find them in a book, then I start to know them and I start to recognize them. And then when I'm out in the world, there's one. That's a person that I can fit in with. Oh, I want to go to that place. That place looks like a place where I would really enjoy, and maybe I'll fit in there. So I think that a book, just like we always say, a book can be an adventure, it can take you anywhere in the world, but I specifically think for kids, for books, it can start to be a place where we can find where we belong and how we fit in the world. We're all on that journey. No matter what age we are, we're still in that process of finding where we go and where we fit and how we belong. So, all right, we'll start with that. Bring us right down, Shirley, right. Bring it low. All right, well, we've been sitting for a little bit. Do you guys want to stand up and sing a little song with me? No, we're gonna do it. That's the best response. Okay, let's all do it. What's the start, Liz? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, what should we do?
Stomp our feet.
Stomp our feet, let's do it. I can't reach that far. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. There's one more. If you're happy and you know it. What did you say over here? Click your teeth. If you're happy and you know it, pick your teeth. If you're happy and you know it, pick your teeth. If you're happy and you know it, then your teeth are gonna show it. If you're happy and you know it, pick your teeth. Okay. She said pick. I heard click, but she said pick. So, then, do you guys have anything you want to add?
Shout hooray was good.
Shout hooray, I like that one. They're like, no. If you're happy and you know it, sit with your arms crossed like this. Okay. Shout hooray. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray.
Hooray!
If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray.
Hooray!
If you're happy and you know it, then you really want to show. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray.
Hooray!
I love that. We did one where we did all, wait, can we do all of them together? If you're happy and you know it, do all four. Hooray! If you're happy and you know it, do all four. Hooray! If you're happy and you know it, and you're gonna show it. If you're happy and you know it, do all four. Hooray! Yay! Give yourselves a round of applause. You guys are fantastic. Oh my goodness. So good. So good. Come on in for the story time. Oh, give myself back up on the chair. How we doing? How you doing? Okay. This is one of my favorites. This is called Not Quite Narwhal. Who likes the narwhal? I do too. Many people try to tell me that the narwhal doesn't exist. It's like a dolphin, like a small whale, but it actually has a tusk out the middle of its forehead. It's actually one of its teeth that grows out through its head. It's quite amazing. I had to show my students, I'd be like, here is an actual photograph from like National Geographic, a trusted source of information. And they're like, no, sorry, mister, it doesn't exist, teacher, doesn't. Okay. Here's a picture of a unicorn that's drawn with crayons. Like, oh, those are real. Totally real. I like the way you roll, I say to them. Not Quite Narwhal by Jessie, Sima. And can you guys see okay if I do this, or should I scoot back a little more? We're good? Concerns with the sides. Okay, thanks. Okay, Not Quite Narwhal. Kelp was born deep in the ocean. He knew early on that he was different from the other narwhals. His tusk wasn't as long as the others. He had different tastes in food. And he wasn't a very good swimmer. Why not? Because he's a unicorn. That's right. But his friends didn't seem to mind, so Kelp decided he wouldn't mind either. Until, that is, one day he was swept away on a strong current. I wish I was a better swimmer. Kelp found himself at the surface, closer to land than he had ever been before. High on a cliff, he spotted a mysterious, sparkling creature. It looked so familiar. It looked like kelp. Kelp swam toward land as fast as he could. which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that he would catch up with this creature that looked just like him. When he finally reached the shore, Kelp felt a little bit anxious. He had never left the ocean. He was very nervous about walking for the first time, but the land creatures made it look so easy. What animal is that? It's a crab. How do crabs walk? They go sideways. Do you think that's going to work for Kelp? You're right. Oof. Kelp fell down. What kind of animal is that? It's a frog. Do you think that's going to work for Kelp? No. Ow, Kelp says. How about that? What kind of animal is that? That's a turtle. Is that going to work? It's going to get back. Eventually, Kelp began to get the hang of it. Eventually, everything on land was strange and beautiful, but also kind of scary. Kelp began to think that he might not ever find the creature that looked just like him. But as he stumbled out of the forest, land narwhals! Yay! Oh my gosh! So happy. Actually, we're unicorns. And by the looks of it, so are you. Was that a good unicorn voice? Yeah. No. There's some tough critics in the front row. Kelp had never heard of unicorns before. They taught him all sorts of new things about his tusk. Well, we call them horns. Whoa. I wonder if those are Skittles. They introduced him to unicorn delicacies. Can you see what that says right there? A unicone. That's a good one. And they showed him how to gallop. There was no doubt that Kelp was, in fact, a unicorn. He was having so much fun that he didn't want to leave. But then he remembered all of his friends under the sea. Kelp missed them terribly. So he said goodbye to the unicorns and returned to the ocean. Come back soon. Kelp swam towards home as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast, hoping that the narwhals would still like him now that he was a unicorn. When he finally arrived, Kelp had butterflies in his stomach. Welcome home, and then they say, Kelp, Kelp. Kelp took a deep breath and told his friends the news. It turns out I'm not a narwhal. Of course you aren't. I'm a unicorn. We all knew that. They took it quite well. Kelp was happy to be home, but now that he had experienced life on land with the unicorns, he couldn't seem to forget about them. Did he want to be a land narwhal with the unicorns? Or a sea unicorn with the narwhals? Kelp couldn't decide. Then he realized that maybe... Oh, sorry, show you the picture. I'm having such a good time. Reading. Just maybe He didn't have to decide. Now my favorite part of this page is that the unicorns and the narwhals are all playing volleyball with a beach ball. And look at all of the popped ones floating around. It's gotta be really hard to get those flippers up there. And then we have a picture on the back page of a rhinoceros saying, "I'm a unicorn." And Kelp saying, Not Quite Narwhal by Jessie, Sima. Hey, my friends down here in the front, who wants to answer some questions for me? Perfect, come on up here. I'll do it. Hi, let's do this. Hi, friend. What's your name? Avi? Come on over. Hi. Say that now, Sima.
My name is Avi.
I love it. Hi, Avi. How old are you?
8.
8. That's the right answer. You're so